Good evening and welcome to Courts Today by Livelaw. This is your host Urvashi Chauhan bringing you the latest updates on the legal front. This is your go-to source for all things legal. Let us start. Let me start by informing you that Justice Prasanna B. Varale was sworn in as a Supreme Court judge today. The oath was administered by Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud. Previously, Chief Justice of the Karnataka High Court and a Bombay High Court judge, Justice Varale's appointment restores the Supreme Court to its full strength of 34 judges. The central government approved Justice Varale's appointment, recommended by the Supreme Court Collegium a week earlier, noting his diverse legal expertise. Before joining the Bombay High Court in 2008, he practiced law for over 23 years in various fields. The Supreme Court today heard a plea by the National Federation of Indian Women challenging the delimitation clause of the Constitution 106th Amendment Act 2023, which proposes women's reservation in the Lok Sabha and the Delhi Legislative Assembly. The amendment, signed into law last year in September, awaits implementation until a delimitation exercise is conducted after the next census. The bench comprising Justices Sanjeev Khanna, Dipankar Datta and Prasanna B. Varale heard the PIL petition. A similar petition by Congress leader Jaya Thakur argues that a constitution amendment passed with significant support cannot be withheld. The court, during a November hearing on Thakur's petition, had expressed reservations about immediate implementation before the 2024 general elections. Simultaneously, the court is considering a 2021 PIL by NFIW seeking reintroduction of the lapsed Women's Reservation Bill. The court has directed that Thakur's plea, NFIW's 2021 plea, and another petition for implementation of a 33% quota for women lawmakers be heard together to avoid multiple litigations. During today's hearing, the bench directed NFIW's latest plea to also be tagged along with this batch of petitions. In November last year, the Uttar Pradesh Food Security and Drug Administration banned the production, sale, storage and distribution of Halal certified products, citing a complaint filed in Lucknow by a BJP youth wing representative. The complaint alleged that Halal certifying bodies issued forged certificates to increase sales among Muslims. The ban is limited to activities within Uttar Pradesh and does not affect the export of such products. It has sparkled controversy and prompted police raids on malls across the state to seize halal products. A bench of Justices B.R. Gawai and Sandeep Mehta today agreed to hear a writ petition filed by Jamaat Ulema-e-Hind Halal Trust challenging the ban and issued notice in the petition. The court had earlier issued notice in two other pleas by Halal India Private Limited and Jamaat Ulema-e-Maharashtra challenging the ban. Although the bench sought Uttar Pradesh government's response to the pleas, it refused to issue a stay on coercive steps under the impugned government notification at that time. During today's hearing, Advocate M.R. Shamshad, representing Jamaat, argued that despite the organization's cooperation in the investigation and submission of all required documents, the state government had summoned the trust's president without specifying the need. In response, Justice Gawai asked to inform the government that the Supreme Court was seized of the matter. The counsel replied that in spite of informing the same, the president was being called before TV cameras, deeming it extrajudicial. The bench, while issuing notice, also protected Jamaat chief Mahmood Madani and other office bearers of the trust from any coercive action. The Supreme Court has today stayed criminal proceedings against Samajwadi Party leader Swami Prasad Maurya for remarks about Ramcharitmanas. An FIR was filed against Maurya for allegedly making remarks against Tulsidas's Ramcharitmanas. The allegations included advocating a ban on specific verses of the text, sparkling public anger, and reports of leaders endorsing the burning of its copies. The Allahabad High Court, after reviewing the charge sheet, had found sufficient grounds for a prima facie case against Maurya. It had stated that he appeared to have incited rebellion and insulted the Ramcharitmanas. The court had noted that healthy criticism did not incite violence. So now he approached the Supreme Court against this order. The bench of Justices B.R. Gawai and Sandeep Mehta heard the matter today. The bench not only issued notice but also stayed the ongoing criminal proceedings against him. Justice Gawai questioned the state government's stance by asking, why does the state government have to be so touchy? Justice Mehta also agreed, emphasizing that the matter revolved around interpretation. The Supreme Court has issued notice on a petition filed by the Vishwa Hindu Parishad seeking permission to operate vehicles providing free transport for Sabarimala pilgrims on the Nilakal to Pamba route. The court has sought responses from the state of Kerala and the Kerala State Road Transport Corporation. A bench comprising Justices Suryakant and K.V. Vishwanathan heard the special leave petition filed by the Vishwa Hindu Parishad challenging a Kerala High Court judgment from April last year that had rejected their plea. Senior advocate V. Chitambresh, representing the organization, informed the bench that until COVID season, vehicles were allowed up to Pamba, that is the starting point for the 6-kilometer trek to the Sabarimala shrine. He highlighted that the distance between Nilakal and Pamba is 22 kilometers and only Kerala State Road Transport Corporation buses are permitted on this route. Chitambresh mentioned that the VHP intended to provide free services and clarified to the bench that the organization was not seeking a stage carriage permit or a contract carriage permit. They simply wanted to offer free services, which the government presently was not allowing. Let me tell you, before the High Court, the petitioner had suggested providing free service from Nilakal to Pamba, utilizing 20 contract carriages leased for the free transportation of pilgrims. The High Court had noted that permitting the petitioner to operate special permit vehicles with pickup and drop off at the start and terminal points would essentially transform it into a stage carriage with a corridor restriction, thereby violating permit conditions. In another update, the Apex Court has expressed intention to frame guidelines to ensure that investigation of cases involving Enforcement Directorate and officials of a state government take place fairly and transparently. A bench comprising Justices Suryakant and K.V. Vishwanathan was hearing a writ petition filed by ED seeking to transfer the investigation of the bribery case against ED officer Ankit Tiwari from Tamil Nadu Directorate of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption to the CBI. When the matter was taken up, SG Tushar Mehta, representing the Enforcement Directorate, clarified that the agency did not support the officer implicated in the bribery case, but sought a fair and proper investigation. He expressed concern that the Tamil Nadu police was not sharing the FIRs of the scheduled offences and was hindering ED's investigation into money laundering cases involving several state officials. He mentioned that under the guise of investigation, the case against Tiwari, the state police had raided ED office and seized unrelated files. Senior advocate Kapil Sibal, appearing for the state, denied all the allegations. The bench issued notice to the state of Tamil Nadu seeking its response to the petition and posted the matter after 2 weeks. It directed the Tamil Nadu DVAC to not proceed with the investigation against Tiwari in the meantime. The bench said that it was seeking to address the larger issue in the matter and to evolve a mechanism considering the federal nature of the country. It said that while offenders should not go scot-free, vindictive arrests and malified witch hunting should also not take place. The central government has informed the Kerala High Court that there is no restriction on investigation by Serious Fraud Investigation Office, that is SFIO, into Exalogic Solutions, an IT company owned by Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan's daughter, who is allegedly involved in CMRL bribery case. The company is alleged to have received payments from Cochin Minerals and Rutile Limited without having rendered any service. A probe against it is already initiated under the Companies Act. The bench of Justice Devan Ramchandran was hearing a petition filed by an advocate seeking SFIO probe into CMRL. Exalogic Solutions is also a party respondent to the case, though no notice is issued to it yet. The court had earlier inquired from the centre if any further action by SFIO had been ordered or found warranted. Senior Central Government Counsel R.V. Srijit today sought more time to seek instructions on this aspect. The matter is now posted on 12th February. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. If you wish to know more details about the cases I mentioned here, you can visit our website at www.livelaw.in. Stay ahead with quick legal updates only on Live Law. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe and support us. You can also support us by donating through the thanks button at the bottom of our videos or consider becoming a member at just 89 rupees per month.